I thought I'd take a few minutes here and explain how I create a cross break feature in sheet metal in Alibre design. So I've already got a sheet metal part here that is made out of 14 gauge material, and it is a 16 by 20 part. So if we look at their height, we're at 20 and our width is at 16. So I'm not going to go through the creation of this part. I'm assuming that you already know how to do that. So in order to create a cross break in here, what the operator is going to do with this part when he gets it in the shop is he's going to put it in his machine, in his press brake, and he's going to put a form across, going from corner to corner, each direction. And he's going to bump that a little bit so that he gets the form on this is going to pop out the middle of this panel to whatever the design requires. So in this case, I'm going to put in a 1/4 inch high cross break. So to start that, I'm going to first create a cutout in here, and my cutout is going to be sized just slightly inside the tangent edges of the cover, and so what that lets me do is put in my cross break feature and still allow it to unfold for a flat pattern. So once I have that done, then I need to create my cross break part, and that is actually a part model that's created with a loft. So to start that, first thing you want to do is create an offset plane, and I'm just gonna offset that from the default XY plane. I'm offsetting that a 1/4 inch, and then I'm going to create this loft. And to do that, sketch 1 is going to consist of a point placed at the origin on the offset plane. And then sketch 2 is a rectangle by center, and that's going to be created on the origin and sized to match the size of my cutout in the sheet metal panel. And then you just loft from sketch 1 to sketch 2, and you end up with this shallow pyramid shape. Next, I'm going to delete face in here. So in delete face, you need to go to your surface tab and select delete face. And the face that you're going to delete is going to be the flat face of the loft. And that leaves you with just a surface. Then with your thicken surface command or option, we're going to thicken this surface, and I like to thicken it in the same direction as the loft, and I'm going to make the thickness to the same as my sheet metal thickness. So in this case it's 14 gauge, and if I was 16 gauge, it'd be gauge for 16. So it's going to match your sheet metal thickness. And then that's done. Then what you want to do is you want to hide the delete face under surfaces. So make sure you have surfaces displayed in your settings for display on your display Design Explorer. And then one of the functions, or one of the result actually of the thicken option, is that the surface that you're thicken is offset or thickened normal to that surface. So what we'll end up with is a angle on our edges that is going to be off. It's not going to be normal to the surface or normal to the plane that we're working off of. So we got 89 degrees here. And our cutout and our cover is cut normal, so our edges on there are going to be at 90 degrees instead of 89. So to take care of that is we'll add another cut, and to do that I create a rectangle, and the first sketch that I put in here is going to be, I'm going to come back in here, I'm going to project sketch 2, which is the size of the cutout. I'm going to project that into my sketch and maintain association, and then I'll draw another rectangle outside of that and dimension it to constrain that so that it's outside and it's fully constrained. And then when that's done, what you end up with is a cover or an edge that is going to be at 90 degrees, 90 degrees to your default plane there. Okay, so then we'll save that to a location that you can store all of your sheet metal components or sheet metal parts to. Then back in the sheet metal cover, go into your model tab, and if you don't have that active, go into your settings and make sure that you have sheet metal or model tab active in sheet metal, and you're going to select Boolean Unite and go out and grab your cross break feature and bring that in, place it, and finish, get rid of the dialog. Right click on this and then show reference geometry, and then we'll go and we'll select our default plane and mate that to the default plane of the cover. Then it's a matter of edge to edge, from edge of the Boolean feature to the edge of the cutout, and apply that. And then we'll just go ahead and turn that reference geometry off, and then accept the Boolean, and there you have a sheet metal panel with a cross break in it. And if you've got the offset and cutout correctly set up, you should be able to hit flat pattern and get a flat pattern for your drawings, or to output to your for machining or whatever you need. Now, if you're going to have holes and cutouts in here, because sometimes, like on a door panel, they might have like cutout for a latch or a handle, you'll have to make those features available in your Boolean part, and just note that they're going to be offset at an angle to the it's not going to be 90 degrees to your part, so whatever you're putting through there is going to be at an offset angle of some degrees, depending on the size of the panel and the height of your cross break feature. So anyway, that's kind of the down and dirty on this, so hope this helps you.